Good day. Today I'll be giving a small talk on cultivating leadership to empower faculty in integrating digital tools into teaching. What has been the roadmap of progress so far? I and many people like me, and still some people, learn by chalk, duster, blackboard in a lecture theatre which is sloping, semicircular. We have better dissection halls than shown here, but yes, dissection halls and labs as shown here in this diagram. And then we have libraries, some better, some more advanced, but these libraries have been replaced by ebooks in many places. There are with these ebooks computer labs, skills lab, and lab where there is augmented reality and virtual reality used for teaching. A very interesting advertisement I came across. This is Transcatheter Interventions Online, a 4-day virtual event about to occur. Register for free. Now, digital medical education for India. Why are we talking about it? Because the World Health Organization predicts a global shortfall of 18 million health workers by 2030, particularly in the low and middle income countries like India. India is taking steps to increase medical doctors in the country. As of now, there are 1,70,900 plus seats in MBBS, almost half in the government and half in the private sector across 778 medical colleges, requiring approximately more than 75,000 teachers in the 14 basic subjects, taking a 1 teacher to 20 student ratio. But the challenge is number of teachers, where do you get them? Inadequate quality of infrastructure, learning material, education. And even though the NMC is trying to phase out older teaching techniques and styles, this is still persisting in many places. So, perhaps digital education has some role. I would be covering this talk on examples of common digital tools, why to integrate digital tools in medical education, linkage of digital tools to theory of learning, impact of these tools on learning, what is the evidence, integrating digital tools in medical education, AI as a digital tool for medical education, and are we prepared as individuals and as institutions? And then I would like to share my experience and a few take-home messages from today's talk. So there are plenty of digital tools. Some are online learning tools like the Zoom, Google, YouTube. Then there are virtual reality, augmented reality tools used for simulation, visualization and training. There are AI-powered diagnostic aids and personalized learning platforms. Plenty of apps, case-based quiz apps, multiple choice questions app, specialty apps, free apps such as Epocrates, and mindfulness app to mind your time. Websites, we are using them, some of them free, some of them paid, the Merck manuals, the PubMed, World Health Organization material, clinical key. But we as their users, students as their users, are using them to gain knowledge. This is not a systematic use in the next level to help them educate themselves and be better with the use of these digital tools. Now, why to integrate digital tools in medical education? Digital tools, we have to recognize, are transforming medical education. Teachers and students both are using it because it enhances learning experience by virtual simulations, e-learnings, interactive contents, and the blended style where traditional and digital learning are combined results in better retention of knowledge in the short as well as long term. There is improved accessibility and collaboration between nations globally from a distance and retrieving multiple books and archival material for our benefit. It promotes personalized learning through adaptive learning systems, and the AI diagnostics give us feedback which a busy teacher would not be able to give us and make us understand whether we have understood the material correctly or not. And it is cost effective. By reducing the travel cost, we can sit at our homes and learn, and of course, the scalability, it can reach many people at a time. But there are challenges, multiple. Digital literacy for educators and learners. How much do they know? It's just knowing a mobile phone or navigating on a computer, is it digital literacy? Access to technology, ensuring equitable access to technology and internet connectivity, the bandwidth. Data security and privacy, especially when we are teaching with patient material, patient files, the issues of confidentiality and compliance with regulation. Let's remember the resistance to change in faculty and students. They like the old style, they like the laid back style, they don't want to change. And when we go digital, the digital world progresses so fast that there has to be continuous training. We have to support the educators to effectively integrate digital tools into their teaching. Now, is there a linkage of digital tools to the theory of learning? Yes. Digital education within medicine is anchored on the concept of adult learning theory, what we call andragogy, developed by Malcolm Lewis in 1970. So the principles are: the learners need to know what, why, when, readiness to learn, orientation to learning, problem solving, self-motivation, self-directed learning, and prior learning experience. Now, the digital tools are aligned to andragogy. Many forms of tools have this concept. For example, the e-learning module. You self-select topic of interest, do it at a pace which suits you, at a time which suits you. You can enter and exit whenever you want depending on your need and motivation. It's cost effective and it is empowering. Now, among various theories of learning which have been coming from time to time, the behaviorism, the cognitivism, the constructivism, and connectivism, which is the latest one, digital learning is linked to connectivism theory, which says learning is a process of connecting specialized nodes or information sources. Capacity to know more is more crucial than what is currently known. Nurturing and maintaining connections is needed to facilitate continuous learning, and the ability to connect between fields, ideas, and concepts is important because all this promotes innovation and discovery. So let's take my example, how we create a knowledge network. I joined Pediatric Pulmonologist e-community. It's a diverse group, but all are equal, independent of age and designation. Sometimes one person is a mentor and then can switch role, become a mentee. Some are active, some are passive in the group, but newer concepts are shared, newer ideas are coming, and there's continuous update and education in this field. So that is the knowledge network. Now let's think what Einstein said so many years ago. Education is not learning facts, but the training of mind to think. And these knowledge networks help us think. Now, is there evidence for digital tools and learning? Based on a meta-analysis which included 27 studies from 6 e-databases involving almost 4,000 participants. The findings were digital tools overall, yes, impact learning positively. Useful tools are videos and interactive modules. Indeterminate are simulations. What skills areas do they affect? Overall, yes, positively affects its skills areas, but they're useful for communication skills, diagnostic skills, procedural skills like life support. Not useful for physical examination as you would have intuitively thought, and indeterminate for knowledge. Now, this meta-analysis went on and said that how does it impact the examination results overall? Does it change the outcome? And yes, there is an improved outcome in examinations. And if you see the skill proficiency, improved skills proficiency as a result of digital tools usage. So, what is the inference? The inference is integration of digital and innovative digital teaching methods appeared to provide the most comprehensive learning experience. More longitudinal follow-ups are needed to assess the long-term impact and the efficacy of different digital and blended teaching modalities on acquisition of clinical skills and professional competencies. So, how do I see us integrating digital tools in medical education? I think we have to have electives on digital learning, computational biology for the undergraduates, faculty development program on the use of digital tools for teaching learning assessment, identifying agents of change leaders within our faculty for this. Interdisciplinary teams have to be put together for advanced digital content development, because this cannot be done by medical teachers and students. Digitally enabled classrooms that will help in teaching in a blended fashion. Collaborative interinstitutional digital teaching learning assessment activities, and I go on to say consortium formation, sharing digital learning resources so that they are cost effective and accessible to all the students in all institutions. So the next gen medical educator will have training in digital space for teaching, learning, and in facilitating virtual communities of practice. This person will be adapt to blurred boundaries of distinction between educator and learner, and will be able to adopt to roles of collaborator and mentor at the same time. Now, a very famous educator who educates on innovative teaching learning, George Curios, said, technology will not replace great teachers, but technology in the hands of great teachers can be transformational. A little about artificial intelligence in digital education. Generative AI tools have an important place in medical education. Educators have to understand how best to leverage for medical education. Familiarity with their capabilities and limitations is essential to ensure that these tools are assets and not roadblocks. Examples of AI use in medical education are content creation and curriculum designing, and support systems for clinical teaching and patient education. So, are we ready for digital tools in medical education? I take excerpts from another publication where they assessed digital education for health professionals in India, a scoping review. They found that e-learning activity influenced SDL readiness among study participants. Including game activities can foster group cohesion. Mean knowledge and skill scores improved significantly. Online learning provided good understanding at a comfortable pace with opportunity for interaction. However, medical students increasingly use the internet or access medical information, and it does not translate into increased participation in online educational courses. The faculty have acquired essential competencies for managing online educational courses. Most were positive about their experience and they were comfortable teaching online during the classes. So, what are my experiences? Let's begin with the knowledge network. When I began long time ago, real networking was done. It was like a one-time shot in the arm. Versus today, there's a virtual knowledge network. I would like a network continuous infusion of knowledge. Therefore, you are always updated, you're always excited about new things which are happening. Now, all of us use websites, PubMed, Scopus, Web of Sciences, etc. Some of us utilize it better than the others, those who've learned how to do the search correctly. Then, online courses from time to time, I have taken them. One was the Advanced Medical Education course, in a way of self-directed learning. And the new thing which I have started recently is online mentoring. I have volunteered for mentoring overseas candidates as a part of a consortium approach of the University of Edinburgh. So, what are my take home messages? Integrating digital tools in medical education is the need of the day. Educators have to be leaders, innovative creators, caretakers of digital resources. It can be as simple as a WhatsApp group to highly advanced as augmented reality. And increasing investment is needed on digital tools and digital literacy at national, institutional, and personal levels. And institutional collaboration, I say again, for digital resource sharing should be considered on top priority. Thank you very much for your listening.